Hello, boys and girls. I'm going to read you this story. It is called A Mango in the Hand, a story told through Proverbs. Proverbs by Antonio Sacre, illustrated by Celestia Serra. Let's begin the story. Francisco walked to the smell of cafe con leche and the sound of his father's laughter. Ha 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 ha. Are you going to sleep all day? His father asked. Camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. If the little shrimp sleeps all day, the current will take him away. It is finally here. El Día de San Francisco, your saint day. Toma, drink. Papa handed Francisco a glass of strong coffee loaded with sweet milk and yolk and sugar, warm just right. Francisco wiped his eyes, took the glass in his hands, and carefully took a sip. One of his eyes popped open. He took another sip, and his other eye popped open. So that's Francisco. He's walking with the smell of coffee and the sound of his father. Se levantó y está tomando cafecito. He's drinking coffee. Mama and I are making ropa vieja, tostones y aguacate for your feast day. What do you want for dessert? Papa asked. Some delicious mangoes right from the tree. So these are tostones, ropa vieja, and aguacates. Avocado, tostones, and ropa vieja. But all he wants is mangoes. I think you are old enough to get the mangoes, said Papa. All by myself? Yes, mijo. Que padre. Do you remember where the tree is? Asked Papa. Sí, Papa. Past Tío Tito's house and Abuela's house and Crappy Tia Clara's house through the park to the mango tree. Very good, you remembered. And Tia Clara is not crabby. She is just lonely. Go bring us back some mangoes, said Papa. Oh, he said go get some mangoes. He wants some mangoes for dessert. Let's see what will happen next. Francisco walked a long way longer than he had ever walked by himself. He walked past Tío Tito's house. Tío Tito waved. Francisco waved back. He walked past Abuela's house, and she waved. He waved back. He walked past Crabby Tia Clara's house. He thought he saw her looking out from behind the curtain. But when he waved, the curtain quickly closed. Francisco walked through the park, past the boys and girls playing pelota, ball, and finally found the mango tree full of many ripe, juicy mangoes. So he walked past Tío Tito's house. He walked past Abuelita's house, that's Grandma's house. He walked past Crabby Tia Clara's house. He walked past the park. He went to the park with a bunch of boys and girls playing ball. And he had reached to the mango tree. So there he is. There's a little boy, Francisco. So this is a lovely drawing. And the picture and the view. But he wants some mangoes. When he reached toward a branch, a bee buzzed loudly in his ear. Yikes! The tree buzzed with bees. Everywhere he looked, he saw a bee. He ran past the pelota game, past Krabby Tia Clara's house, past Abuelo's house, past Abuela's house, Tio Tito's house, and back to his home. Papa! Papa asked, "Did you find the mango tree?" Francisco said, "Yes, it had 100 mangoes on it." "Wow, how many did you bring home?" "Well, none," Francisco said. "Ay, niño, mejor un mango en la mano que 100 en el árbol. Better one mango in the hand than 100 in the tree. What happened?" "I think because of the bees. That's why he ran back home." You see those bees, boys and girls? They're very lovely, but don't play around with bees because they will poke you. Francisco looked at Papa, but didn't say anything. "La verdad, por dura que sea." "The truth, no matter how hard it is," Papa said in an encouraging tone. "I was scared of the bees," said Francisco. "Bees?" asked Papa. "There were billions," replied Francisco. Papa raised an eyebrow. "Or maybe millions." Papa raised the eyebrow. "At least 1,000. Papa crossed his arms, lowered his eyebrows, and asked, "How many bees were there really?" "A lot, at least 10 or 12. Papa laughed. He hugged his son and said, "Mijo, no hay mal que por bien no venga. Nothing bad happens that good doesn't come of it. Don't be scared of the bees. Without them, the mangoes would not be as sweet. Take my hat and gently shoo the bees away. Don't swat at them. They will get mad. Just shoo them away and bring us some mangoes." So he told his son not to be afraid of bees, so he's giving his hat to him to shoo the bees away. It's better not to hit him because bees will get mad, boys and girls. And then they will poke you. So he gave him his hat so he could probably shoot the bees. Shoo the bees. Francisco walked past Tio Tito's house, past Abuela's house, and past Krabby Tia Clara's house. They all waved except for Krabby Tia Clara, who stood on her porch alone. So now he's passing to Tio Tito's house. There's Tio Tito. Now he's passing Grandma's house. There's a Grandma, Abuelita. And there's Tia Clara. Now he's passing Tia Clara's house, and she looks very lonely and very upset. So let's see what will happen next. At the mango tree, Francisco gently shooed the bees away with Papa's hat. He climbed onto a branch and filled the hut with so many red, ripe, juicy mangoes that he had to hold on to that hat with both hands. Francisco balanced the hat between his stomach and the trunk and scooted down the tree, but this caused all the mangoes to be smashed and smudged, making a gooey mess on his shirt and in the hat. When the bees smelled the sweet mango juice, they buzzed excitedly and swarmed toward the boy. Francisco threw down the hat, ripped off his shirt, and ran back home. He's running back home because he was on top of the tree. He was grabbing some mangoes, but I guess he's probably squished the mangoes and squirted all over his shirt, his clothes. Now the bees are after him because he has sugar on his clothes. Krabby Tia Clara saw a streaking, half-naked little boy, and she yelled in a quite crabby way. Put on some of your clothes. Abuela looked up from her mower and cried, "He's naked!" Teodito shouted, "That is my boy!" So the boy's not happy because he didn't get the sweet taste of mangoes. Let's see what will happen next. When Francisco arrived home, Papa was waiting at the front door with a towel. He threw it around his son and sat down next to him. "Mijo, I sent you out the door with one shirt and one hat to pick mangoes, and you come back with no shirt, no hat, and no mangoes. What happened?" Francisco told him. Papa laughed, ha 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 ha, and said, "El que mucho albarca, poco abierta. He who tries to grab too much gets little, so that is why it's little. So that's why lonely Tia Clara called me, and Abuela and Tio Tito. News travels fast in this neighborhood. Let us clean you up. El que temprano se moja, tiempo tiene de secarse. He who gets drenched at dawn has all day to dry off. Can you come with me, Papa?" "You can do it by yourself, mijo. Quiere es poder. ¿Quieres poder? Quiere es poder. Where there's a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way." Francisco had a will, and there had to be a way. To be a way. Sorry, I tried really good. But I think his father is encouraging him to do it on his own. But I think he doesn't want the boy to be scared of bees. I think he wants to see his boy grow up, not to fear anything. He wants him to get those mango trees. Dressed in a new shirt, Francisco walked past Tio Tito's, Abuela's, and Tia Clara's houses, and walked right to the tree. He climbed it and picked one mango. He put the mango under his chin, climbed down and placed it in his father's hat. He did it again and again and again. Soon he had a lot of red, ripe, juicy mangoes. He gathered up Papa's hat and started home. When he got to Krabby Tia Clara's house, he stopped. Although laughter could be heard from Tio Tito's and Abuela's homes, no sound came from Tia Clara's house. So he went back to the mango tree, and he's collecting the mangoes in his daddy's hat. But he heard some voices of laughter from Tio Tito's house and Abuelita's house, but not from Tia Clara's house. So let's see how this will end. Let's see how this will go. Francisco slowly walked up her long walkway and hesitantly knocked on her door. "What do you want?" she asked, crabbier than ever. Oh, sorry. Very good book. I love it. Sorry, I went back to the pages. I gotta go this. Francisco, okay. "What do you want?" she asked, looking crabbier than ever. "I thought maybe you would like some company and a mango." Francisco offered her the fruit. "It probably has bees swarming around it." Tia, there aren't any bees, and besides, no hay mal que por bien no venga. The bees make the fruit sweet. Where did you learn that? She asked, her face softening just the tiniest bit. From my dad, Francisco said. I used to say that to him when he was your age, she said. I also told him, no, dime con quién andas y te digo quién eres. Y te dijo quién eres. What does that mean? He asked. Tell me with whom you walk, and I'll tell you who you are. Francisco again held the mango out to her. Would you like one of my mangoes? You worked hard for that mango, she said, and didn't sound so crabby after all. I have plenty. This is one for you. He gave her the fruit. She turned around and went indoors and gently closed the door. So he passed by Tia Clara's house and visiting her and offering her to give her mangoes. But Tia Clara doesn't want mangoes, I guess. She just walked back inside her house. Francisco walked to Abuela's house. Abuela, ¿quieres mangos? Gracias, mijito, pero pan para hoy, hambre para mañana. Thanks, but if you eat all your bread today, you'll be hungrier tomorrow. He gave her a mango anyway. She smiled. Aww, he gave his abuela a mango. He's a really nice boy. When he walked to Tio Tito's house, Tio Tito and his friends were playing dominoes. Hey, you got mangoes! All the men shouted. Que bien! Tio Tito said, way to go! I'll show you how to make an oso a bear out of a mango. He pulled out a pocket knife from his guayabera, took a mango from the hat and cut and peeled and cut and peeled, and there it was, a fierce bear from the mango. Wow, said Francisco. One of the other men said, and I can make a toro. He took the knife and cut and peeled and cut and peeled and cut and peeled, and there it was, a charging bull in the mango. Another said, and I can make a leon, a roaring lion. He cut and peeled and cut and peeled, and there it was, a roaring lion in the mango. Adios, tío. Adios, Francisco. He ran home, and the man ate their mango animals delicious. So he gave the man's and Tio Tito each a mango. How nice of Francisco. Did you get the mangoes? Asked Papa. I did. Where are they? Francisco looked into Papa's hat. It was empty. He turned it upside down. Still empty. He turned it over and over. Still empty. I gave them all away. Well, mijo, it looks like you learned a valuable lesson. What is that? Es mejor dar que recibir. Sometimes it is better to give than to receive. So Papa, Mama, and Francisco sat down to eat Francisco's feast day meal. While they were eating, the doorbell rang, ring, ring, ring. Tio Tito and his friends poured inside the house. Abuela walked in behind them with fresh cut roses. Mangos para hoy, pan para mañana, mangoes today. Bread tomorrow. I ate my mango as soon as you gave it to me. It was so sweet. Abuela said. We ate ours too, said the man. The door rang again. Ring. Guess who walked in? So Abuela and Tío Tito and the man came to visit the family for a lovely dinner. But who else came? Look at that, that's lovely. Who else came? Crabby Tia Clara! But she was not crabby at all, and she was holding a big hat full of ripe, red, juicy mangoes. She smiled and said, I did what you did, Francisco. I shooed the bees away and got all these mangoes. Then I thought, amor con amor se paga. Love is repaid with love. Then everyone sat down and ate the gift of mangoes, and Tia Clara smiled the sweetest smile ever and said, Barriga llena, corazón contento, full stomach, happy heart. Acerrín acerrado, este cuento se ha acabado. The end. And they're all enjoying a dinner with the sweetest red, ripe, juicy mangoes with Tia Clara, Tío Tito and the man, and Mama and Papa and Abuelita. And that is the end of our story. And Francisco too, the little boy. That's the end of our story. You know what's really good, boys and girls, is that we all learned a lesson. It's not to be rude to your family members. It's better to be nice. Así podemos aprender muy bien cómo podemos ¿cómo se dice? A estar con la gente, con la familia. Eso es cierto, that is true. Yeah, that is true. Why is that? Because Francisco, he wanted mangoes. Yeah, and his dad taught him to go by himself and take his hat to get the mangoes from the mango tree. So how did he get to the mango tree? What did he need to pass? Tío Tito's house. Abuelita's house. And what's the last house? Crabby Tia Clara's house. And in the park, and he'll reach the mango trees. Did he reach the mango tree? Yes, he did grab the mangoes, but at first he was afraid of the bees. Yes, the little boy was afraid of the bees, but he went back home. He didn't take no mangoes, and he told his dad the truth about the bees that were in the mangoes. But his dad told him, don't be scared, be brave. He wanted him to go back and get more mangoes from the mango tree. So he went back, and he had his daddy's hat. So he passed Tío Tito's house and the man, Abuelita's house, Crabby Tia Clara's house, and then through the park, and he was at the mango tree, and he got all the mangoes. But what happened? Yes. Sorry. Well, you know. Sorry, we don't know. He got mango smash all over his shirt and the hat. And the bees were around him excitedly because they smelled the sweet, sugary, red, juicy mangoes on him. They were like this around him. So he went back home. To whom? to his dad, and he told his dad that the bees were around him and he couldn't get the mangoes. But his dad said to go back and get mangoes on the mango tree. And what happens next? He went back. He passed Teofito in the man's house, Abuelita's house, and he passed Tia Clara's house, who was always lonely. And he got all the mangoes down from the tree all by himself. Yes! He wasn't scared of the bees at all. He got it all by himself. And plus he had to shoot the bees with his father's hand like this. Shoot, 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 shoot. So what happened next? What did he do with all the mangoes? Well, he gave away all the mangoes to Tia Clara, who was always lonely, and she didn't like it, but he was there accompanying her. And that was really nice. What's the next person he gave the mangoes to? Abuelita, and she loves the mangoes. And who's the last house? The last person? Diotito and the men's. And he gave them all the mangoes, and they were making mango bears, mango bulls, and mango lion. Roar! Until he got home, his dad asked him what happened to the mangoes. They were all gone, because he gave them away to Diotito and the men's, Abuelita, and Tia Clara. So were they having dinner? Francisco was having dinner with his parents? Yeah, with Mama and Papa. Yeah, as they were about to eat their dinner, they heard a doorbell ring. Ring, ring, ring. And when they opened the door, it was Tito and the maids, and they brought food. Yeah, and then right behind it was Abuelita, and she brought roses for dinner. For dinner? No, that's for the centerpiece, for the table. And as everybody was about to eat, there the doorbell rang again. Bing! I got it! And guess who it was? It was Tia Clara, and she brought mangoes! A lot of mangoes for everybody to enjoy. And they were all eating the mangoes. Everybody loved the story. I really love it. Yeah, they were all enjoying it, all thanks to Francisco. So, what is the advice you give to the boys and girls? Sorry, what is the advice you will give to the boys and girls? It's better to be there for your family. Even some who feel lonely, it's better to support them, be there for them. Yeah, don't leave them alone, boys and girls. If your brother and sister feel lonely, well, be there for them. Yes, love them, visit them, and be their best buddies and companions. Yeah, that is true. And also go visit your grandmas and your uncles and your aunts and your cousins. It's better to go visit family. And make sure you bring mangoes for everyone. And your parents love mangoes. Just like your daddy or mommy or brothers and sisters, or grandma, grandpa, or anybody in your family or friends, bring mangoes or any favorite food they love to eat. Yes. Remember, boys and girls, you gotta be kind. Don't be rude. Don't be disrespectful, and don't be mean. And don't be needy, okay? Always be yourself, just like Francisco was being himself. A nice little boy, and they're helping out his family. Getting mangoes for them. Yeah, that's a lovely boy. No, I love that story. Me too, me too. Well, we gotta go with you guys. Good night, everybody. And remember, be nice, be kind, and always love your family. Good night, everybody. Whew. That was a lovely story. I want some mangoes. Me too. I love mangoes. Good night. Good night. So, boys and girls, be nice to your family, and if they need any companions or need help, be there for them, boys and girls, okay? I love you all. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay positive. Good night, everybody.